Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, Forged Irish Stout. We're here. Izzy Asif, GBM Promotions. This thing just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I want to talk about this show, but I also want to start at a different place. So your London show, saw the poster and I'm looking out going, oh, good main event going down. I'm like, Tevin Farmer? Tevin Farmer? Former world champion? I think many people, I'm sure you're all aware of who Tevin Farmer is, but you know, however long ago it was, there was a run-in between him and Javante, went viral on the internet. I can't remember the outlet, so apologies for that. Big name, doing big things, talk sport. It's growing and growing like you always said it would.
Yeah, I've been saying it for a while, selling ourselves, selling how good we are. Now people see what we're all about, seeing the kind of dramas we bring, the shows we bring, names we bring. I think it's important to have eyes on the show. So if you look at most of our cards, like opportunity come to have Huey Fury on, boom, we're on it. Tevin Farmer, opportunity come, boom, let's go. As well as we're a big brand, when sometimes we need these names to put the eyes on there, put the viewership, and that's the kind of tactful move we're doing. But yeah, we've got massive plans this year, huge.
Well look, that all works hand in hand. You can do the biggest promotion in the world, but you do need the dance partners as well. You need the stars of the show. You've got some very good young Irish talent on the card. I mean, Kieran Malloy, I've known about him for forever and a day when he was with Top Rank coming through, and his amateur background, over 200 fights. It's just a good card top to bottom. And Shaquille getting his chance to headline, pick up some titles, kick him on in the rankings. Just give me a quick run through of the card and what you sort of pleased about most on how it's come together, because it's a good bill.
It's a good card. You know, a lot of cards, as a promoter, my job is to promote it and sell it, but you don't need much selling. If you know boxing, this is a cracking card. I heard Dave Allen say to me, it's the best non-TV card he's ever seen in British boxing. And you could kind of argue, is he right? But you mentioned Kieran Malloy, 200 amateur fights. I was looking at the left-hand side, I had Teenan Bradley sat next to me, Kieran Malloy and Harvey Lambert. They've had nearly fucking 500 amateur fights between them. Fucking some talent there. And I was thinking, wow, what excites me about signing like Harvey Lambert and Kieran Malloy and Teenan Bradley and Arlo Stevens, they really believe in themselves. They've been in this game for a long, long time. Boxing's a hard business. When you've had 200 amateur fights, you know what it's about. You know the toughness of the game. And if you're still in it, hungry for it, you want to go to the top. You want to win titles and belts. Great signings, the two Irish duos, Harvey Lambert, Arlo Stevens, Huey Fury. Card goes on and on. We've got Nicola Hopewell versus Yemen Roots, which I believe, yes, I believe that's going to be probably potentially a fight at night. You know, there's not much in the girls. And then Shaquille Thompson versus Vladimir. Well, Vladimir's funny. First thing he said to me, I've not come here as a tourist. And he looked at me and I was like, wow, I didn't even ask him anything. I go, shit, this guy means it. So it's nice. And I just think Shaquille Thompson's bringing that little bit of edge back out of him, where I felt like he's been with Frank Warren, he's been with other promoters, but they're not really, I won't say bought out him, but we're pushing him hard, and you're seeing a different side to Shaquille Thompson, which is nice.
What we're expecting from him on Saturday, are you expecting a spiteful performance from him? I mean, I actually met him, I think, for the first time of the week. We got on well with Callum Simpson, and he was there at the gym doing a little bit there, and we're like, yeah, he's doing it. I'm sure that's Shaquille Thompson. It was. I just had a little catch up with him there. What are we expecting from him on Saturday? What are you expecting as his promoter?
See, I know fighters, and I know what fighters are about. He wants a knockout. He's not coming into Sheffield for the IBF and the WBO title just to get a points win. It's not Shaquille Thompson style. He's going to look to take this guy out. He's going to want to make a statement. He's going to be explosive. He's not looking at points. I'm telling you, he's not looking on points. Could that be his downfall potentially? But I said this, one of the things that really impressed me, Shaquille Thompson, for a 6'3" middleweight, how well he fights on the pocket inside. You see a lot of rangy fighters who want to keep it to range, they don't really want to stand there and have it. He's one of them tall fighters who prefers it on the inside, which is a great asset to have in his locker.
When you look at boxing now and you see everything that's happening, everybody working together and mingling in, especially the promoters, we'll talk, obviously Eddie and Frank obviously mingling together now, and it's all good. You almost want to stick your neck out there and go, you know, at some point, I know you're gradually building, but not far off. Remember when we had a first chat in Saudi, I think it was, I want to say Usyk Joshua, and you were like, give me a year or two. It's out, we're a year and 3 now, but you see how far it's come. You want to be at that top table with them boys, sticking like 5 fighters in with this tournament format, etc., and go, let's frigging have it, we've got them.
Listen, I'm not just saying this. Me, Frank, Warren and Eddie Smith make a great partner.
Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Smith. Eddie Hearn. So many Smiths about. I reckon we make great fights happen. Yeah, of course, I believe I belong there. Maybe not now yet, because they've got... Listen, these guys have got serious experience.
Yeah, decades in the game.
Listen, Frank Warren, how resilient is he to be in this tough business? I've been in it for 2 years. I know how hard it is, financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, everything. Frank Warren's done this for 30 odd years. Credit to the man. And then Eddie Hearn, what Eddie's done for the game, taking over from his father, he's just took it from the 2,000 stadiums to having 80,000 at Wembley. Credit to the man. But I genuinely believe, Matt, I reckon we will work. I don't reckon it'll be long before at some point we'll be doing some work together. And listen, it's good for boxing. More promoters work together, more fights happen, the more fans get what they want. Happy days.
Yeah, the better fights get made as well, and the sport lives on. Look, as well as it's a tremendous show. Before we talk about other things, actually, you've had a lot of landmark moments, and we talk about the London show coming up. You know, branching out and being like, right, we'll go there, Midlands, wherever. Spoke to Kieran Malloy, he's on about Ireland. I know he's done one in Galway before, but you've been wanting to take him over there and really stamp his flag there and keep building him.
Yeah, of course. Listen, it's a big. Fighters want to fight in the home ground. It's all good home turf. It's all good like boxing all over the country. Kieran Malloy and Tina Bradley want to fight in Ireland. We'll make it happen. Let's go over. You know how the passionate the Irish fans are. He sold 1,500 tickets in 24 hours. You know that
for this one.
No, it's previous fight in Galway.
Freaking hell, I was going to say. Like, Jesus,
yeah.
Bigger arena.
So we want to go to Galway potentially in July. We're going to York. Listen. When I went to London, some of them team members saying, let's go to a bigger stadium. For me, as a British lad, British born guy, York Hall, let's tick it off. Iconic value, but I'm going to put my neck on line here at Boxing Social Live. We're going to do York Hall like nobody's ever seen York Hall.
Best event?
The best event York Hall's ever seen. We're going to put our neck on line. It's had some cracking, listen, the fights, I can't promise we'll put the good matches on, but as a spectacle event, it's never been seen before. We're going to do something different. And you know when I say something, Matt, I mean it. And we're going to do it, and I've kind of manifested it already. But let's see, exciting time. But let's not look past Saturday night. Saturday night's a big landmark night for us, a big kind of statement night for us. And I think it's going to be one of them we look back and think, wow, we did that.
100%. On TalkSport as well, they've come on board, the voice of boxing in this country, especially Adam Smith, he's pumped me up. He's just been speaking about this event, other fights happening in the sport, and you listen to him talk, and I'm sitting here asking the questions going, let's fucking go, kind of thing. I've got to ask you, because there's other fights going on as well, he's bouncing off after your show to cover it. Garcia Haney, give me your thoughts of all the build-up in the world. I mean, I don't know what to make of it anymore, but you tell me, what do you think of that fight? And go on.
It's been the strangest build-ups I've ever known in British world boxing. It's just like, do you take it serious? Some of the stuff, is it really happening, or is somebody behind him? Some things that I don't particularly agree with, but you just don't know. They play such mind games. Is Garcia in the right place, or is he really playing a blinder of a game?
Passed every test going to man, apparently. So if he's passed all them tests, the drug tests and the mental evaluations, you're looking going, all right, fair enough, but how does it translate to the fight?
Yeah, listen, it could be an absolute blinder of a kind of PR stunt he's doing with some of the stuff he's coming out with. I hope he is well. I think he is well. I hope people experiencing enough around him say we're only going to let him into that ring. Because listen, let's not kid it. It's a dangerous business out there, and I think Garcia's up for it, up against it. I think he's up against it. I think, you know, I think he's just a bit too much. But my real fear is I hope he's well and he puts a good display on. But I think he's up against it. But listen, it's going to be a cracking fight and an exciting one to know.
Who wins the 5v5? Hearn or Warren? Who wins it? When you look at it, Hearn's drafted in Wilder. Who would have thought that, as if hell froze over. Frank Warren's got Hamza Shiraz as captain.
Yeah, my friend as well, yeah.
Nick Ball in there against Ray Ford. Who do you think takes it?
See, on a personal note, I'm going to go Frank Warren just because Hamza's there, Willie Hutchinson's there, guys that I know personally or friends who I've got a lot of time for. And I say this in a lot of interviews, what's pushed us so much is support I've had from fighters like your Billy Joes, your Sonny Edwards, and David Hayes, Carl Froch. They've all reached out to me and they don't have to do this, and that's quite nice because you get in a sport when somebody new comes in, a lot of people are putting obstacles in the way and blocking them. But I'm kind of humbled that fighters have took to us. So I'm going to go Frank Warren, but I'm going to finish the interview on a note that's been quite sad at the moment and been touching for me is Willie Lenihan. Yes. And somebody I met, and obviously I lost my brother in 2005, so I know the feeling about losing somebody. It's a sad time. I pray for his family. I hope they come through it. And I was there for the Amir Khan Willie Lenihan fight, and he put Amir Khan down, and I met him afterwards. I had a good time with him, and it's sad. It's sad to see young people passing away. My sincere prayers and thoughts for his family. And as somebody who's lost a brother, I understand everything they're going through. I get a bit emotional when I talk about people passing away, but there's a tough world out there, and there's life beyond boxing, and that's what kind of keeps me grounded and humble about who we are and where we go, and say it true to myself. But I've finished on my thoughts on Willie Lenihan, and if your families are listening out there, I'm really thinking about you. Our prayers are with you, and hopefully you'll get through this, and peace and blessings on everything else you do.
100%, that's a lovely way to end. Izzy Asif, appreciate your time. Looking forward to Saturday night. We're going to be there. We'll catch up soon.
Thank you, Matt. Cheers.